The best part about, I think, or at least one of my favorite things since I've been a part of this show has been that Rob and I have been able to have some conversations that I don't think a lot of folks maybe give their listeners credit that they, the listener credit that they'll enjoy.
Yeah.
Maybe some folks are scared to do it, or maybe they just genuinely don't, it's not what we want to do.
Right.
But one of the things, Rob and I will yell at each other, we'll roast each other, we'll laugh, we'll have fun, we'll hit the kind of the classics, if you will, as well. But one of the things I like that we'll branch out and have some interesting conversation. I love, you and I rap a lot off the air, and so I know you're a guy who's, complex and have depth and can have these types of conversations as well. I think one I wanted to have was Hulk Hogan, who died at the age of 71 today.
Yeah.
Cardiac arrest. And I found it just really interesting how people have to go about their posts in 2025. Here's what I mean. If you're around our age, you grew up with Hulk Hogan being, if you're a 3-year-old running around the house, 5-year-old running around the house in your little onesies, or your little underwear, doing wrestling moves, watching him.
Right.
As the sport was taking off. That was me, watching him, what are you going to do when the Hulkster comes out of you and ripping tank tops and like that era.
Listen up, brother.
Listen up, brother.
Yeah.
That era was lit, right?
Yeah,
and
sure.
for me, you had him and a little bit later, Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior's my guy, yeah.
Ultimate Warrior, Andre the Giant, and Coco Beware, and I might be mixing up WWE,
Ric Flair,
Ric Flair. All this,
guys.
it was just a wrestling era to me.
Yeah.
The 80s was my time. Junkyard Dog, $1 Million Man. Again, I might be mixing up at this point, but the point is I enjoyed it. It was great. It was fun. Saturday mornings were a blast.
Right.
Then I jumped out pretty early just because once you realize it wasn't about 12, 11-ish,
of course,
12 for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
And a lot of people kept going, and that's their thing. And I was talking to Rob G. There were guys our age, maybe 5, 6, 7 years older, all in.
Yeah.
To this day.
Still, yeah.
Go to WrestleManias, got their podcast dedicated to it, got the merch. They're there. They're all in. They're locked in, which is perfectly fine. We all have our things.
Right.
And I found that people had a difficult day today because of Hulk Hogan's transgressions, right? You got the sex tape. You got the use of the N-word. You got other stuff. Yeah. Maybe politically he shows up to the GOP convention and he's out there ripping shirts then in favor of President Trump, candidate Trump at the time, but now, now president again for the second term.
Yep.
And I just found it interesting that people they were nervous how to post.
What do you mean?
Because they're a fan of wrestling.
Yep.
And he means so much to their youth.
Gotcha.
But because of all the other stuff over the last 10, 15 years, they didn't know if they were to just say a picture of him, oh, man, rest in peace to the great Hulk Hogan, and especially if they were a person of color, especially if they were black, they knew what was coming.
Yeah.
What? You mean the racist? What? You mean the this? What? You mean the that? And there were those things. There's no denying that.
Sure.
But I found it interesting that people had to this is all only wrestler. I'm only talking about the wrestler. And was there a thing between? Are we in a day and age now where we have to separate, Hulk Hogan from Terry Hogan? Like the character.
100%.
I loved him, or I was all in on him. I loved the show, or I loved wrestling. I loved the reality show, whatever your thing was.
Yeah.
And I'm not down with the person. And I just found it interesting because where are we now with sports? Do you love Cliff Huxtable but not Bill Cosby? In sports,
you're going. I see what you're doing.
In sports, that's not easy.
Yeah.
Some people I rock with the Steelers, but I didn't rock with Ben Roethlisberger, what he did in the with the young lady
right.
So where do you draw that line between the person and the player, the person and the entertainer, the person and the musician, whatever it is? And I find this, and I don't, by the way, I don't have the answer. I'll give you a real world example for me.
Okay.
A lot of people try to come down on Michael Jackson. Oh man,
sure.
For me, if Beat It came on right now, if Remember the Time or Thriller, I'm a jam.
Me too, yeah.
Because for me, he obviously had the trials. And do I think he was a strange dude? Yes.
Yeah.
But I can separate, and it's no real evidence is showing me anything. Then with R. Kelly, for me, just to use these as examples, I start to hear in the music, now that I'm older, I can look back like, oh, shoot.
Oh, the R. Kelly one is a dangerous one.
He was saying
what he was
songs
doing. Yeah.
There's
sure.
too many innuendos and
Yes.
little things, and I'm like, ooh, shoot.
No, 100%.
And it hurts because he was one of my favorite artists. He was amazing, but so it doesn't quite feel as good for me. I hear like, ooh,
Yeah.
I read that line there.
Oh, 100%.
So show me some ID and little things, and it's like, ooh. His moniker changed to the Pied Piper. What did the Pied Piper do? Played the flute and lured kids.
Yes.
Lured kids, and just some weird stuff that I'm like, I don't feel comfortable. So my point of saying all this is, I don't have the answers, but it was just amazing me to see people nervous how to post about Hulk Hogan because their youth or their fandom for wrestling loved what he meant. The sport blew up because he commercialized it to another level. We wouldn't have The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, all these massive stars without him. But they had to quickly get to, but I don't condone the stuff, and I don't like him, and he's not racist. And I was like, wow, we're at a place where because of the advent of social media, because of 24-hour news cycles and sports shows and debate shows, we know everything about people. We talk about it. It's on your timeline. And I think people were able to get away with maybe being bad people back in the day.
Yes.
And we didn't know.
Yes. The very easy.
Or being complex people, and we didn't know.
Yeah. The very easy way to approach this topic of what you're saying is don't post about it. I know people want to show their adoration. I know they want to be in the times with the people and the masses and show their appreciation or show their love for whoever it is or show their disdain for whoever it is, right? But why does it have to go on social media for people to show their appreciation or disdain to anybody, right? We live in a culture where it's more about the person and the other person on the other end of the keyboard who has a chance to dispute it, refute it, or agree with it. Like, we're giving power to those people way too much. Because if you do have an adoration for Hulk Hogan or Michael Jackson or whoever it is, the world doesn't have to know about it. That can be your best friend you talk to about it off air or off the sites, off of social media. So I think, yes, it's a dangerous game while trying to do it on, because everything you do on, somebody's going to have something else to say about it.
Of course.
And so that's the dangerous game, right? Like, you have to give yourself and allow yourself the space to grieve and to celebrate and do the things you want to on your own time and on your own space, in your own little world, man. Because I think it's dangerous now. Nobody wants the safe guy. Nobody wants to interact with the person that's always politically correct either. So it's like, okay, somebody's on here looking for, like, somebody went on the internet today and was like, I'm going to look and see whoever posts about Hulk Hogan today.
And be more specific, like especially a black person.
That part, like that part,
if you post about, and they're absolutely waking up. If you're a black person, you post about him,
waiting
I'm on your head. And again, you have the fan. I'm talking about personal people I know.
Yes.
On my page and timelines who are struggling. Like, I want to talk about him because wrestling nerds, like,
I
all
get it.
in.
Yeah.
But they were. All I'm gonna say is he did a lot for the sport, and they kind of jumped off the post.
And
let me just say this: he took the sport to another level, and hurry up, but I ain't gonna say nothing else. Or other people were like, trying to do deep dive and think pieces. And again, he put a lot of this on himself.
Yes.
When you have racist phone calls, when you got sex tapes out there, when you got other things you've done, when you start joining and aligning with the group of people who politically a lot of people feel are mistreating people, are belittling people, are disrespectful to people, and that's how you've lined yourself up with them, this is what you're going to get.
Now listen to this, Kevin. And, like, the thing about Hulk, though, 2 of those incidents were supposedly private. And so this is the other part about the legacy of us as humans, right? Like, everybody wants everything to be public. And when you want everything to be public, there's going to be things about people and the people you idolize that you don't like. And that's the part, like, stop fishing for the thing and allow the character and allow the person to be that person and stop deep diving.
And that's where it gets complicated to me because, again, I say, for instance, Babe Ruth sees so many people, oh, man, the greatest American athlete. Hey, listen, we dive into some Babe Ruth stuff.
Of course.
We're going to be like, whoa. Let's Michael Jordan. Some people, he's got gambling issues. Some people, no, he just likes to gamble a little bit. He does this. Why didn't Michael Jordan ever speak up about, black issue?
Yeah.
Like, you can deep dive on so many people. Tom Brady, people was, what's the MAGA hat behind you?
Sure.
And other things that, he's done. And so that's my thing is that it is interesting when you're an entertainer, musician, in this case, an athlete / entertainer, because wrestling, he is athletic. And, some people think it's just drama, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
When your kind of skeletons are out there, your things, Now we're going to judge you. Now we're going to, look at you, the person. But again, can we love and respect or idolize or enjoy the character? I think it's just a great conversation. Yeah. A lot of people love John Wayne. He was this. Then you start diving into John Wayne. You're like,
right.
I don't really like what John Wayne was about.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I want to open it up. 877-99 on Fox. Let's take some calls on this.
Yeah, that's a good one.
How do you handle when your favorite athlete, musician, entertainer steps in it? Mm-hmm. Can you separate the art from the artist? Do you say nope? Once I find out this is the type of person you are, I'm out. Are you, some people would say they're all out. Hulk Hogan was a horrible person to them, and I don't mess with him. Flat out.
Right.
I don't give a dang how hot he was in the 80s.
Right.
I don't mess with him.
Right.
And other people will say, yo, I can separate. I can go see Woody Allen movies knowing there's some allegedly weird stuff going on with Woody Allen.
Yeah, that's another one.
I can go see Braveheart, Lethal Weapons, but then again, maybe you don't like Mel Gibson and some of the stuff he's done or said. Some people can, some people can't. I want to hear from you all on this. The conversation was, when you have athletes entertainers who have dove into things that you may not agree with, maybe some things are criminal, but they bounce back, they serve their time, whatever it is, do you forgive them? Do you forgive Mike Vick with the Dogs? Do you forgive this athlete, this entertainer, right? Or they're done with you? And see, that's a great example. Monty says no. When I said Mike, she hadn't said anything all day.
See, look at her shaking her head.
I said Mike Vick, she said no. And she's dead serious.
Wow, yeah, she said
a lot of other people, including Peter, are all in with him. No, they say he has shown, he's been, literally people use him as the poster child for contrition and redemption.
Oh, really? Oh, Peter did.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Without a doubt.
Oh, okay.
Some people, no, he's literally, I mean, you read the story. That's why he's been, people have really been in it. But look at and then we'll get to his calls. Alex Rodriguez.
Yes.
Persona non grata, right? You got caught, and now he's on the baseball channel doing the World Series and doing games and owning teams. Everybody's up, so you just never know. 877-99 on Fox.
And quick, before we go to the calls, Mike Vick is actually a really good dude too. Right. It's just crazy.
Don't tell me, look at Monty.
No, I know. You make mistakes, and obviously that's a big one for Monty. I know Monty loves animals.
You know what's funny about that?
What up?
Is I think Monty would be, I'm not excusing it.
No, that's not that.
Monty would be blown away, and I think a lot of people are. One thing I've learned about life is this very simple word, culturally. Mm-hmm. There's so many things that you would never, and I would never, but culturally, if you go, this ain't a black thing, white. If you go to certain parts of the South, I don't give a dang what race, Latino, white, but they're fighting dogs, cocks, everything. They don't give a dang. If it's two animals, we're going to fight it, and they don't even see a thing wrong with them.
Right.
Then you go to other parts, like California, a lot of people where they love their animal, they will be like, what?
Of course.
So it's always interesting. All right, let's get to these calls. See who we got here on this TV Things on Thursday. Let's go to Mark in Tennessee. Mark, you are on with the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Hey, Mark.
I appreciate you taking my call. Look, there are good people out there. Most people are good people. But when are we going to stop listening to the noise? Everybody's going to say bad things, private moments, public moments. But the thing about it is if we just shut it down and just try to stay vanilla and in the middle and not speak our minds, we're a bunch of robots. Yeah. Let people do their thing, appreciate what they've done, appreciate what Michael Jordan did. Who cares about the gambling and everything else? Appreciate what Will did. Who cares about all the women and things like that?
Well, Will cared about the women. Will cared about the women, Mark. Will was like, hey, real quick before let me tell you, 20,000 of them. Now, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So forget about, worry about the music, the athletic ability, the acting ability. I don't like Robert De Niro, but the guy can act.
Right.
I'm not going to stop seeing his movies. Same with Mel Gibson. The guy's a great director and a great actor. I'm not going to stop seeing his movies. Appreciate what they've done and let the noise go.
All right. I appreciate the call, Mark. Absolutely. A lot of people may agree. I have a feeling we're going to get others who don't. That's the beauty of this conversation. All right. Let's go now to Tom in Tallahassee. Tom, you're on with the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Hey, guys, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Hey,
what's up, Tom?
Appreciate it, Tom.
Hey, so this is an example that I came up when I heard your question. Like Tom Cruise, he's just way out there, right? He just talks out of both sides of his head, and sometimes he's not very relatable, but it's not going to stop me from going to see Top Gun 2 or some other action movie.
Mission Impossible 92, yeah.
But then you got Bill Cosby, who that one really hurt because I grew up with him as an icon, and just thought he was America's dad. I really bought into the whole thing, and then you find out, wow, this guy really had a deceptive pattern in what he did, allegedly to all these women. I mean, just really rocked me. Like, wow, not that I put my hope and trust in them, because I put my hope and trust in Jesus, but
Amen.
At the same time, it's like, wow, this guy really fooled a lot of people, because he was the stamp of Americana for so long.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And the crazy part about the Bill Cosby thing is, like, you can be mad at Bill Cosby, and what he did was despicable. Mm-hmm. But when you put the hate on somebody like that and counsel him, do you counsel everybody else with the Cosby Show? And I think that's the other part of that element that's pretty hard to dance around.
And I think that they appreciate the call, Tom. That's what gets complicated, and you felt bad for, like,
exactly.
Obviously, rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner.
That's right.
A lot of them, that was a check since, for years and years and years. And then people stopped watching. They stopped. Networks stopped airing it.
Yep.
Now you're losing residuals. People who had nothing to do with what he was doing. So you get the residual effect, no pun intended, with residuals. All right, let's take a couple more real quick. Let's go to Jay in Georgia. Jay, you still talking about them scrimps?
Oh yeah, man. My girl been listening to that, man, on the podcast. So,
he's Southern too. You hear that?
Yeah.
My girl.
Yeah, we had some fun with some scrimp talk with him, and him and his lady got into it.
That was gold too, man. But I want to say, as a black man in America, I have nothing, absolutely nothing, zero to zip, nada for Hulk Hogan. And I'm the guy. I know how to separate, the art from the person.
Right.
But I feel like when you're being racist and when you're doing evil things, aka Bill Cosby, Trump, whoever you want to say, it's a thin line that because you're choosing to be an evil person. You know what I'm saying? People make mistakes. People make mistakes. We all human. We all make mistakes. But I feel like when you're spitting vile stuff, or you're talking about a group of people, a race of people, no, you're just an evil person. When you're hurting people, you're harming people, harming women, no, you're an evil person. So I want absolutely nothing to do with you. And that's just my take on it.
No doubt. Sir. All right, appreciate you, Jay, as always. Let's get one more here before we get to Monty.
Monty's take?
Oh, yeah. Well, it was going to be Monty in What's Up Day. We know her take. She been chilling in her own world. I said Michael Vick.
You said Vick, and that, she spruced up.
It was the first time the other day I finally heard her say, Bleh! Let's go to Eric in Austin. Austin, Texas. Eric, you are on with the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What do you have to say to this, Eric?
Man, what up, Kelvin? What up, Kerry? How you guys doing?
What up, E?
Good, man.
Man, listen, I got a little bit to say, so just give me a second. All right.
Okay.
First and foremost, Monty, I love you. Please do me a favor. Go watch Mike Vick's documentary, and I think you get a better understanding of what happened.
There you go.
It wasn't all his fault. It wasn't all his fault.
That's a great point that nobody. You know what I've learned, E? And I'll let you cook. I'll let you get your points. Confirmation bias, like if I find a thing and now I don't want to be in with, like I'm out on you, people are out on you, and they don't oftentimes give you the grace. So like he's gonna probably be out with her. Period. No, I mean we all do it. Where somebody
Monty, please watch this documentary, please, and then get back to me. I'm gonna call back. Get back to me.
Okay.
All right. She's shaking her head.
All right. So here's what I gotta say.
Go ahead.
Here's what I gotta say about separating the artist from the artistry. Right. I think it really depends on the level of attachment you have to an athlete or a musician. For me personally, the hardest person for me that I have to gripe with this almost on a daily basis is Kanye West. To me, I will argue to the depths that Kanye West is the greatest rapper of all time. Right? I'm literally staring at a Kanye West rug that I have right now. Right? But I've had to take hard breaks from Kanye.
Right?
Because he said stupid things, he's done outlandish things. And I'm a black man. Like I've had to take hard breaks from Kanye. And I've had to take hard pauses from listening to his music. Kelvin, you brought up another person, Michael Jackson. My mom grew up with Michael Jackson, literally grew up with him and Gary Indiana.
Oh wow!
I grew up listening to his music, right? Michael Jackson's not getting turned off from me. R. Kelly, yeah, his stuff got taken out the library. Bill Cosby, obviously, and if you think about sports, right, like Deshaun Watson, I'm sure Deshaun Watson lost a lot of fans when all that stuff came out. I think it really just depends, right? Sometimes you got to take breaks, but I mean, like the last call I said too, there are hard lines, right? Like Hulk Hogan, much respect for what he did for the WWE and the WWF, but I got nothing nice to say about the man. We know where he stood. I'm not going to have nothing nice to say about Donald Sterling either when he, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It is what it is.
Okay. Hey, E, as always, brother, appreciate the call, man. And great, and thanks to everybody who called. And those who, if you couldn't get in, or maybe you're going to reach in through social media. But either way, I think it's a great conversation because it's not easy. Everybody has their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, again, like I said, completely, Hulk Hogan was the guy. I don't care. I loved what he meant for me. I love wrestling. Right. And then other people are like, no, I'm definitely out on him. So Speaking of out on somebody, let's get on Monty right now, who's out on Michael Vick, and also she will at least have your updates.
Hold up.
Look, I'm sure he is a better person now, and I believe all that. It doesn't change. The memories are like what I read, what I saw. I'll never forget it. And it's hard to erase that. Do I wish any ill upon the guy? No, of course not. And I hope, honestly, that he never does anything like that, and I hope other people learn from it.
Right.
But, like, I just don't care for the guy, and I don't think I ever will. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. It won't change the perception of what he did.
You don't care about the act, though, because
but I don't care about the guy now because of his act.
But you got to. Well, I'm not gonna say you have to, but
he meant nothing to me before, and now he really means nothing to me. He's not a personal person in my life.
Right.
Like if this was my friend who did this, I would have to learn to forgive and move on because I had a relationship with them. Yeah. This guy, I don't have a relationship.
That's fair.
That's a fair point because when you have personal ties,
that's the point.
We have invested rapport with each other.